Hello, everybody. It is the Women's Prize for Fiction
Women.
winners finale announcement. Yes, I hope everyone is all right. I thought we would just have a look, see what's going on. Right, I'm just going to plug my laptop in because I'm not prepared. Unprepared.
Unprepared.
Right, so it has been a long time coming, hasn't it? When was the long list announced? It was announced in around March time, I want to say. Yes, and we're finally here. The winner will be announced momentarily. It is, at the moment, I don't know what the time is. I think it's about 6:15, so I'm a bit early. Yeah, 6:20. But yeah, I'm just going to get ready. Cheers, darling. Okay, yes, so, Women's Prize for Fiction this year, 2021.
Women.
I had another look at the long list. Do you remember the long list? The long list for this prize this year was wild. So we had Dawn French. I completely forgot like loads of the books that were on it. So we had Dawn French. We had Ali Smith. Exciting Times and Luster was on it. We had D. Transition Bebe. Yeah, what a wild long list. And we've had the short list now for a couple of months, haven't we? So I'm afraid that this video is not going to be very informative or kind of informed because I've only read 2 of the shortlisted books. I've read Vanishing Half and Piranesi, if you can see them there. So yeah, so I only know about those 2. Vanishing Half, if that was to win, I think that would be, fine. That would be a good sort of safe choice. Vanishing Half is a very, very good book. It's excellently written. It's got a good plot. It's got themes, darling. And I've been reading some of like the backlist Women Prize for Fiction winners, and it kind of marries up with how previous winners have been. So yeah, so if that won, then that would be cool, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If Piranesi won, I would be very, very surprised. I wouldn't be unhappy, but I'd be very surprised. Piranesi is a weird book. It's quite short. It's very, very strange, and it's quite divisive as well. Like you either love it or hate it. I'm way too early. What am I going to do for the next 40 minutes? So, drink wine, obviously. Get drunk. The Women's Prize. Hang on. Supported by Baileys. Oh, that would be... No, I've got wine. That's fine. Yes, so if Piranesi won, that would be weird. Now, what about the others? So I haven't read the others. So from what I've been gauging from people, I think the other kind of big front runner, along with Vanishing Half, is maybe One Armed Sister. How the One Armed Sister Sweeps the House. Just because I think Bernardine Evaristo, she like loves that one, and yeah, I think that's the sort of other one, the other one to beat. What else is there? No one is talking about this. I don't think it's going to win just because it's obviously long listed for the Booker. And the Booker and the Women's Prize, they kind of have this sort of weird tension. They don't, but I like to think that they do. They've got like a weird sort of tension between them both. Like if the Booker sort of shortlists books and not others, then the Women's Prize is like, well, we're going to shortlist these books. Yeah, the Women's Prize, they generally go for books that are kind of well known. Whether like last year, the Booker Prize was like, well, here's a bunch of debuts that no one's heard of. It's like, okay. So yes, so I don't think that's going to win. However, if it does win, then I don't think it'll be shortlisted for the Booker. That's my thinking anyway. So yes, you'll see. You'll all see. What else? I think Unsettled Ground is kind of like the underdog, isn't it? And then which is the other one? Or Transcendent Kingdom? Maybe. I don't really know enough about that one. I know that's another kind of Marmite book where people either love it or hate it. Now, so it's being announced at 6:55 via live stream. I'm hoping, because it's at 6:55, I'm hoping it's like a 5-minute jobby and not a 12-part HBO series like the Booker Prize ceremony was last year. So yes, it'll be very exciting. So it's very early, so it's only like still 20 past, so I'm going to drink my wine, then I shall be back at 5:02.
There are 2 T's in comedy. 2 T's.
Okay, so I've had my wine. I think it is still too early, but let's see what's going on. Am I drunk already on 1 glass of wine? Probably. Hello, it's the Women's Prize. So who do I think is going to win? I think One Armed Sister is going to win. I think. I think One Armed Sister is going to win. Next would be Vanishing Half. I think that's I think that would be sort of like an inoffensive. Vanishing Half is one. Yeah. Um, and then after that, my third choice may be Unsettled Ground, but just because it's the underdog, I think. So yes, but yeah, One Armed Sister. I do want to read One Armed Sister, even if it doesn't win. I do want to read it. I'll even though I've heard it's very, 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 very bleak. So yeah, we shall see. If I do this, is this weird? If I do this, probably. I feel like Carrie Bradshaw, sort of. Yes, here we go. Shall I get another glass of wine? I'm going to get another glass of wine.
This is shameful. Shameful.
The wine's gone, apparently, so I've got some cider instead. Never mix, never worry. Okay. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
We'll be bringing you all of the live action shortly, but first, a little reminder of the 6 spectacular books that are in the running this year.
Very well. See, why doesn't my hair look like that? Because you don't condition it, Ben, and yeah, you're a white guy.
The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. In Malar, tended to be white. Warren the other, and the quiet, consolatory presence of the dead.
Don't think it's gonna win.
There are the birds.
Famous last words.
This is the overriding inspiration
hello.
of Piranesi was my love of the short stories of Borges, who wrote about labyrinths and strange worlds.
Oh,
Unsettled Ground by Claire Fuller.
I need to check those out.
How the One-Eyed Sister sweeps her
I'd like to read this. An Unsettled Ground.
My main inspiration for writing No One Is Talking About This was events in my own life. It wasn't all true, but there were things that I noticed both about the internet and about things that were happening to me in my own family that I wanted to write about, but I didn't want to do it on the internet. I wanted to do it on paper.
The thing I'm looking for in the Women's Prize for Fiction winning book is a novel that is ambitious, that has psychological depth. I want something to be original, to take me on a journey, and to be a book that I'm going to be thinking about for a long time to come. Something that will make me want to sit down next to someone on a sofa at a party and say, you have to read this book right now. A novel that will stay with me for the rest of my life, that I will never forget, that made me feel something, that changed the way I look at the world, but also changed the way I look at myself.
Please just do the announcement. Let's not have 30 minutes of stuff. Oh no! Damn it, madam! Yeah, I don't know. What?
To the stage, the chair of the judging panel, Bernadine Evaristo.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So wonderful to see so many people here in the flesh.
In the flesh.
And we must always appreciate the people behind the scenes who are making things happen.
Indeed.
And this prize has just become such an occasion, but also it's not just about the winners or the shortlisted authors or even the longlisted authors. It's about all the women writers out there whose reputations have been enhanced, who've been published even by the publishers because of this prize. So
Yes, but you've got to be in it to win it.
And our meetings were lively, productive, opinionated, all those things you want a judging. You know, we eventually came to the decision about a winner, which you're going to hear about in a minute.
Now!
I just want to be more experienced, and they're global writers, not just in the fact that these writers are coming from different parts of the world, but they're also writing for the world. And we must remember that when we talk about women's fiction, we're talking about people writing for the world, not just for other women, which unfortunately is sometimes how that's perceived. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to, each of the shortlisted authors are going to come onto the stage to receive a bunch of flowers.
Oh, lovely.
Before I announce
Did Mrs. Dalloway get them? Now what?
So, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Ooh, right.
The book we chose was chosen because the writing is sublime, the storytelling is exceptional, and indeed the story is out of this world, literally.
No.
And we felt that we were reading something that we hadn't read before. It just felt completely fresh and original. And also, it's the kind of novel that we found lingers in your subconscious long after you've read it.
No, they haven't,
And
have
has
they?
this really profound, lasting effect. So the winner of the Women's Prize for Fiction 2021 is Piranesi
That's hilarious. That's really funny.
by Susanna Clarke.
That is really funny. That's great. That's great, but it's what? What? Piranesi. Some people are going to be really annoyed with that. That's really funny. Oh, good for you. Good for you, Susanna Clarke.
The first thing that someone said to me when I knew I was on the shortlist for the Women's Prize was that everyone on the shortlist is a winner. And I
It was
thought
just
that
an
was a
honor
lovely
just to be
thing
nominated.
for them to say, but I thought that was all
Oh,
it was. I thought it was just one of those lovely, encouraging things that people say. I have loved being a shortlisted author, so thank you so much.
oh, that's really nice.
And I think I will love this too once I get over the shock. Piranesi was written, nurtured, written, and publicised during a long illness. It is the book that I never thought I would get to write. I never thought I'd be well enough. So this feels doubly extraordinary,
Oh,
doubly honoured to be here. And my hope is that my standing here tonight will encourage other women who are incapacitated by long illness. Both of them immediately had faith in what I thought was a very odd book indeed. This is an immense, incredible honour. Thank you very much.
good for you. Good for you. Oh,
The Women's Prize for Fiction bar is open. See you next year. Thank you very much.
yes. See you next year. So flipping Piranesi one. Yeah. what a weird book and what a weird choice, but what a cool choice. What a cool choice to make. I mean, I can't really comment on. I can't really make an informed thing about that. Should this have won? Should others have had won? I mean, I've only read Vanishing Half, and as I say, that one would have been. Vanishing Half would have been like a kind of a safe bet. This is not a safe bet because there are people who detest this novel a lot, and but there are a lot of people who do love it, and I really liked it. I really liked it. It's really odd. It's very yeah. It's very it's very strange. It's like nothing else. It is like nothing else. I just remembered Kieran's review of it. Yeah. Wow, this won the Women's Prize for Fiction. I never would have thought. I would never have thought. But yeah, no, I'm happy, and that was really nice. I had no idea about her private life, obviously, but yeah, it's really nice to sort of see her. This book is so weird. It's so weird, but I kind of love that it has won because it's like I've read recently. I've read Hamnet. I've read American Marriage. What else has won? I don't know. Yeah, I've just read like a couple of books, and there seems to be sort of like a type of book that wins. I mean, Song of Achilles, sort of. I mean, we're going back a bit now, aren't we? But yeah, this is completely different. So yeah, well done, Susanna Clarke. Good for you, and yes, I guess well done for the Women's Prize for kind of pushing the boat out a bit. Yeah. Check it out. I mean, it's in paperback now. It's very short. You'll finish it. You can do it in a single sitting, no problem. Yeah, I liked it, and yeah, gosh.
I just feel like women